Hey sisters, so on my little survey, a lot of responses said they didn't get the mechanics of recruitment. It will be covered more during Spirit Week, but hopefully this will save some time. Here is our sample bump group. We have Brianna as our A, Elisa as our B, and Melissa as our C. And then we have Krista as our D and Audrey as our E. E will always start off as trigger. So here are our sisters, lined up at the door. They are doing the door chant for the day. As the P&Ms enter the room, our sisters are going to pick up a specific P&M and go somewhere in the room to talk. Notice how Audrey does not pick up a P&M. This is because she is trigger. So our sisters have picked up their first P&M and found some spot in the room to talk to her. Meanwhile, Audrey, our trigger, is going to make her way to the back of the room behind the pipe and drape and hang out with the recruitment team. After a certain amount of time, we will send Audrey back out to the room, and she will start the first bump. So Audrey will scan the room and find Brianna. Brianna will introduce Audrey to the P&M and say goodbye. She will then leave and go find Elisa. Once Brianna finds Elisa, Elisa will introduce Brianna to the P&M. Elisa will then leave and go find Melissa. Elisa will scan the room and find Melissa. Melissa will introduce Elisa, and Melissa will then leave and make her way over to bump Krista. Melissa will then find Krista. Krista will introduce Melissa and then leave so that Melissa can get to know this new P&M. Krista started off as D. So now that the first bump has occurred, she will now make her way to the back of the room. She will become trigger and start the next bump. So as this party goes on, we will send out the triggers again and start the process over. It is important to remember where you are in the bump group to know when you become the trigger. In this example, we only bumped once, but now the partying is ending, so Krista, the current trigger, and any floaters will go towards the door and start a chant. This chant will serve as a signal to our sisters to start walking their P&Ms out of the room. Each sister should walk the P&M all the way up to the door and tell her goodbye. Sisters will then join in the chant and add to the door line. This will be the last thing P&Ms see, so sisters should stay hyped until the door closes.